Take the money. At least pretend to love me.
Okay.
Hey, honey boo, you look great. Watch out!
Shit! Hey, the car!
What the hell?
Ah, crap! What brings you in today?
for some wheels? I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up. I'll bring it to you.
Hey, girl! You were supposed to meet me at the Vespucci Canal.
Can you spare a dollar?
What do you mean? You pissed me off now. Listen, can I stop by? I need to borrow some
day like this calls for a little.
What the hell? Oh shit!
Perfect! Well, not perfect, but it will do for now. Perfection is a cruel mistress.
Shit, good looking, man.
Plezier. No, I'm playing golf. Golf! For! You've been hysterical. It's the menopause again. That never happened. I'm afraid I cannot be spoken to like that. No, no, golf, I tell you. Estas viejas no entienden nada.
How can I help? No problem. It's on its way.
User joined your channel.
Dookie.
Oh no. Hello.
Matt,
Not
lad,
a lot.
wake up.
I'm awake. So are you? Huh?
Oh man, I slept until 4.
Did you
Oh, was-
go to work today or what?
I work from home.
Ah, okay, yeah. Then.
Currently I don't have an employment, so it's all good.
Well, good and not good, eh? It's good in the sense, yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's not good that you're not busy, eh? But I know the feeling. Sorry, my excuses. Modify. Come. Oh, it was a lot of.
I don't see you online. What happens?
I'm in GTA. Yeah.
Why that?
User joined your channel.
Oh no. Hello. Who is it?
It's Thai.
Ah, it's Thai. Oh yeah, shit. I did this volume.
User
now.
disconnected from your channel.
Yeah, now he's gone.
Hi Thai. Bye Thai.
Yeah, indeed. Hi, da, bye. Yeah, sorry. There was a lot of information yesterday. I was like, oh.
I thought you are professional in gaming, but you acted like the biggest noob I've ever encountered. No, not really.
I'm a noob there, so I don't care what you say about that. I'm literally a noob.
Yeah, but in GTA, you are the one who's driving Ian through the game.
Well, yeah, I played so many hours. That's normal. It will come for.
You see,
User joined your channel.
you see, that's the reason why you have to.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Yeah.
So I can readjust this volume here. Oh.
Decisions.
Change
Insufficient permissions.
volume. With sufficient permissions. Oh no. Hey, where's the volume here? Priority. What the heck? Ah, here. Okay, now we should be good again.
You thinking? Takes me a while too.
Where is it? Oh, there he is. Die. Sorry, I adjusted your volume the last time, so don't take it the wrong
That's
way.
an attractive bite. For a serious hardened criminal.
How are you?
That's that then.
And how is your arc?
So,
Ah, shit.
I'm still here, you know.
I'm getting on GTA, I guess.
You've been treating yourself
Oh,
at
I'm
the bike
messing
shop?
around here, so
Yeah, I was watching you.
again.
Enjoy the ride.
I'm always watching. You never know.
I'm just doing a few dailies, and then at 10 o'clock I go for see what's in the vaults. Hopefully it's again gold or paintings.
On Fallout?
That's later on. I'm gonna split it up. So this is when I stop at 12 o'clock here. Allez, maybe first with Ian in GTA like always, and then go over to Fallout.
Yeah, it's 7. At 7 in the morning.
No, but I think I will go from now on. Yeah, I stream till 12, and then from 12:05, then I start streaming my next day. Else it counts for no, really. If, for example, if I keep on streaming till tomorrow 5, it will count for tomorrow. The views from today is like okay. So I have to stop just before 12 o'clock and then restart the stream. But I want to make it a series like GTA, the Fallout. That's why. So at 12 o'clock, like 12:05, yeah, 12, you will see me there. Ooh.
Why don't you do shorter videos but more of them? Because that's why you're not getting a lot of views. Nobody's gonna sit there and watch 5-hour videos.
it's not about. It's nice to gain newer subscribers, but my channel is more for when I encounter in public lobbies modders and stuff like that. So that's the only reason.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's
Okay, I thought you were trying to get a fan base, not a. Okay, I see you're covering your ass.
I'm covering my ass in these. That's all.
Okay.
But last, I gained subscribers, and I'm grateful and thankful for it.
Yeah, we always have a couple guys that are asking, hey, can we play something? And they never answer. Yeah, usually I'm down in the comments.
But
yeah.
yesterday it was lucky that I was with the limousine in riding, and I was just checking out this, and I answered it a few things. Someone was answering, how did you get so much money? Yeah, playing legit.
Doing the actual work instead of crying for a modder.
Yeah.
You know, as much effort as people put into finding a modder, you can have $1 million within like an hour. I don't get it. Like I can go right now, do 5 or 6 of the semi missions and damn near bring home $1 million.
Well, if I have everything, but if you have a friend and you're a low level, and if you give your friends, like yesterday with me and Ian, if you gave your friends with the gold 80% and you take 20%, then he gains, and if you have a good grab, then he gains 1.2 million in 15 minutes. Legit.
Yeah, but yesterday you took 90% and gave Ian 10%.
No. The minimum is 15%. Oh,
That's
if
what-
I could
that's what
do
he
50,
said.
if I could give 2%, I would give him 2%. Hey, I did all the setups. Hey, a
just
bit
kidding.
Be a bit serious, eh? No.
Well, see, the thing is a lot of people want an even cut, but that's not fair.
No.
Because people forget that the
you-
host pays for all the other stuff for it, because there are expensive.
Yeah,
things
the
with running
investment of the building, eh?
Well, not only the investments of the building, but it costs like $300,000 out of the country to start the fucking mission.
No, it's 25, in the heist there.
You
If
get
you
what I
take
mean?
heist, if you take
There
the
is
heist,
expenses that the other
Yep.
people don't have to incur.
okay, I failed, typical.
Oh shit, Terry's on.
Yeah, he's on,
Yes,
but I have no
yes.
idea.
Why is it oh shit, Teresa on?
That you
oh,
that you
oh
have
shit,
to
we need to hide. Terry's here.
that you have
No, that's-
to ask Tyre from the shit parts. I don't know.
It's not oh shit, Terry's here. It's oh shit, we gotta take care of my light work.
I'm not on. We are not American, so we don't really understand the shit part.
It's kind of a,
Yeah, tell.
you know, oh wow.
Ah,
It's
yeah.
kind of more of a funny,
Yeah.
funny-ish kind of cheeky thing. It's not like, oh shit, running high.
Yeah,
It's like saying, hey, Dookie's here.
yeah. Hey man, what's up? Oh shit.
I'm gonna need you on that. Yeah, a lot of the things that I say don't translate, I guess.
Well,
'Cause
I
some
go.
of the things y'all say, I'm still like, but for the most part, I get it.
Well, I seen a video on YouTube and there was a girl, a feminist, And you know, you say, hey guys, if it's a room full of woman and man. So
Yeah.
now, apparently, for that young woman on YouTube, that's sexism. That you say, hey man, or hey guys, sorry, hey guys.
You know what I
It's
gotta
like,
say?
hello.
You know what I gotta say that? If you're wasting your goddamn time on something as little as a common phrase, you got problems. You know,
No, I
worry
don't have the
about,
problems, huh?
No, not you. I mean her.
Yeah.
It's that's another saying. Like if you, that's like if to say if I got online and I was mad because the color of a shirt in GTA, guys aren't supposed to wear pink, but we got people out here trafficking children and women. They're a bigger fish to fry than a fucking.
That's a much bigger fish to catch.
That's stupid. Okay, I get it. If it was actually intentional, be like, hey, you know, women deserve to be in the kitchen and shit, making sandwiches for men that can beat them and everything. No, that's not right. But the intentional, there's no malice in the saying. It's just like, hey guys, what's up? It's the exact same thing as saying, hey everyone, except it's already an established phrase.
Yeah, that's always in search for something that's not there.
I understand if there was malice behind it, but people just, I don't get it. Maybe I'm just.
No. That's always searching for something that's not there. That's simple.
Yeah. And like I said, if there's an actual issue and somebody's trying to harm another person, then yes, by all means, we need to stop it. But that's something I've heard since I was, a kid. So it's been going on almost 30 years at least, if not longer.
Probably much longer.
It's just like saying, but they're going to be like, well, slavery lasted longer. And I say, yeah, but there was also malice in slavery and beating fucking people for the color of their skin. Which is wrong. I mean, as the saying goes, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's, I don't get it. Anyway, what were you saying? Oh, Terry needs some help. We'll go help Terry, I guess.
What does he need? Counseling?
You open your new bureau. Counseling. Online counseling. Live counseling. Well, Terry, I have a problem, man. I have a few friends that think they are friends. What do I do about it? Do I tell them or help me?
You tell them to fuck off. I see, that's the thing. I don't keep ties with anybody I don't want to. If you're not gonna help.
I'm the same. It's like if you don't you don't have to do what I say, but if you don't be in my line and you feel it from the beginning, then it's like, okay, bye, ciao, have fun. I don't care what you do.
To get respect.
Yep.
Like
If you
for you,
that's something. If you respect me, I respect you double back. If you don't respect me, then I don't give a shit. I literally don't give a shit. Then you can say whatever you want.
You don't respect me now. Always talks over me and makes me feel small.
Who? Terry?
I'm just kidding. No, I was talking about you, but I was joking.
Okay. No. Oh, sorry. That's unintentionally.
No, I was just giving you a hard time. I mean, it's kind of hard to judge when somebody's going to talk without actually seeing them because, you're focused on something else. I get it.
There's a picture on my Facebook. No, it's gone, that picture. On my Steam account.
I mean, actually looking at a person to see their facial movements to make sure they're talking or about to talk.
Yeah. See their if they look you in the eyes, or if they look away from you, if they
Well,
look away
lot
from
different.
you or look to the ground, they don't have interest in you. If someone's talking to you and he's looking at the ground or he's not looking at your face, he's not interested in you, that person.
No, that's not completely true because in some cultures, it's polite to look away. You're not supposed to look somebody dead in the face.
But let's say in our culture,
Yeah, and that's a problem that we usually do. We expect everyone to work like we do, and this expectation is plainly wrong.
No, what he says is true, but if I have a Belgian person like I am, yeah, a white person, and that happens, then I know directly he's not interested in what I have to say, or he does. Shortly, he doesn't have interest. That's it.
Yeah.
But see, that's not completely true because I might look white, but I'm actually Native American. So that only goes so far into. That's just automatically assuming somebody is a certain race.
Well,
How dare
I can
you say.
understand that you look to the ground when you talk to an older person to respect them. That's a different story, yeah? In some cultures.
If you look to the Asian, especially the Japanese culture, which is built on tradition, and I think I would expect it there that they behave completely different from us.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Nap, if you don't mind, where are you from, man?
Who? Me or
No, Nap.
Nat? Oh.
What?
Where
You
where
live-
were you from? I'm just curious.
Germany,
Your
Germany.
accent. Really?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
I'm the Nazi here. So
No, sir. No,
Oh, stop! Don't use that
You
word
see-
while I'm
see-
streaming.
ooh,
sir. A lot of small-minded people actually would think that, but most Germans were actually against the war. I've seen that so many places.
But not every German was happy with Adolf. Eh?
yeah, but
They were forced.
I think it's you can compare it to actual situations, like not everyone is happy with Trump in America,
Yeah.
or
that's-
look to Great Britain. The Brexit
Boris, yeah.
is also a very discussed topic, and in a democracy, if people don't care, if people trust leaders who simply tell them to
Fuck
trust
off, yeah.
them and to simply stand behind them no matter what. If people stop to think for themselves, such things happen, and I really fear that
Sorry.
the current political tendencies, if you look to America, if you look to Britain, that's a bad trend, and we saw that also in the past. And
Yeah, in the
I think
30s. Sorry to break it down, but it was the same line. Eh? We see it in my country too. Eh? We have a party. They are at the line of racist. But people like them. It's incredible. It's incredible. And he studied history, that guy that leads the party. So he knows exactly how to handle like Hitler did. He's using the same tricks. The same tricks. Because now it's all the socialists. They are bad. Why are they bad? I don't know. Literally, yeah. Sorry to break it down, but I'm not into that
what I mean,
person.
I think
tell me.
what happens in Germany in the past, I think it's more that people trusted a leader who promised to make things better.
Yeah.
But in the end, they couldn't even have thought of what happened. And if you are on the train, you can't stop it. Look, I have to be careful to compare it to America right now. But if you see, they tried to get rid of Trump, and by all the stuff Trump does. You see how hard it is to
get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's the same here with that party and with that. Yes, for example, just the same name as, not the family name, but Bart de Wever. He's really. I don't wanna. It's not a political channel here, but we're normal human beings, and we're talking normal things. That's passing our lives.
Regardless of the channel being political, everybody's gonna have their opinion. Whether you like it or not, or you want to express it, everybody has an opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anybody's opinion is right or wrong, but if everybody keeps silent on the things they want, that's change is never gonna get anywhere.
Yeah, it's important to talk about it, not by simply
propaganda. No.
Yeah, proposing their opinion and putting your opinion online and have your believers, but instead to see what's the opinion from the others, to be able to adjust your own. I think that's the correct way to see it. So
I honestly think the media and everything that's going on has made the world forget how to compromise. Okay, if you want this and I want this, why can we not sit down and meet somewhere in the middle?
Indeed. That's a problem here. What you're talking here, what you're saying now, is happening here.
Okay, let's say me and Duke are two completely different people. He likes something that I don't like, and I like something he doesn't like. We'll say he loves Obama. And personally, I didn't like him. I liked him, but I didn't like some of his policies. If we'll say he's president or leader or whatever, we can make adjustments to,
to the things Obama does and adjustments. Yeah.
It's just treating people like humans. Nobody wants to take responsibility.
Our country is a bit more complicated than your country, political wise. We have like 7 parties at the Flemish side. We have 7 parties at the French side. Yeah, and they all have to see the ones who are winning have the leads, and they have to search with other parties who they want to lead with, yeah. Believe me, that it's a bit strange, our political system. You have the red and the blue ones, but we have red, yellow, blue.
We have the Tea Party. We have all kinds of things, man. But it has nothing to do with that. What it comes down to is people don't know how to take other people's opinions. Like, we can't sit down and be like, okay, well, you want less taxes. Well, I would like new schools, and we can't do that. Okay, we'll take half the taxes and put them to schools, and then cut the other tax. That's what I'm saying. Nobody meets in the middle anymore. Nobody knows how to say, okay, let's do this.
No.
Or, okay, I like that, but we can change this instead of no, fuck your opinion. We're gonna do it my way. That's all people do.
Well,
fuck you. It's my way.
Indeed.
Sorry, go ahead.
No compromises anymore.
Oh shit! Somebody's saying something.
Oh, they are reacting to you. They are hearing you on the stream. FBI, you have the FBI. Watch out.
They can come get. Shit. They can come give me help. They'd probably be doing me a favor. But yeah, basically, I don't know. People just there's so much fear instilled through our systems, our government systems, that people don't know how to take anything anymore. They can't grow a pair and be like, okay, well, because I can tell you, the enemy is not somebody of another color. The enemy is not some other man that's down here that lives by you. The enemy's not somebody who lives in a different country. The enemy is the fucking governments that are trying to control us and take away our rights.
Let's hope he can find guns better than he can shoot 'em, huh?
And yes, I understand that.
NWO, huh? NWO.
Say what you like
But
about
basically, that's the main thing I'm worried about right now. This shit's about to, if Trump don't kill us, it's about to be way worse here.
Whether he understands the culture we're trying to create down here is another
But I'm no political expert. I'm not an analyst. It's just things from what you see, you know. It's like the saying, history repeats itself, and Trump is the next Hitler.
Oh. But believe me, think about Mussolini, huh? If you know what they did to him. He was also great, but at the end, his own people took him and hang him upside down, huh? With his mistress or with his wife, that I don't know correctly, but there are still images of it on YouTube that you can review from Mussolini when they hanged him upside down.
I don't know, man. All I know is that shit's going sideways. And there's an actual song I like to listen to. It's actually the only CD in my car. It's called fuck. I don't even remember. I'm not gonna start making song requests.
Okay.
yeah, exactly that one. It's the song's called "We're All Fucked."
Yeah.
It's playing over the loudspeaker.
What's the group or?
I have the Beholder by Metallica. It's actually a political song. Not really, but it's about the government taking our rights away.
Rage Against the Machine?
No, Metallica.
Ah, Metallica. Okay.
Yeah, it's called.
But yeah, that's true. They have also a few political songs. They are good.
Well, it's not the band or anything. I'm not trying to make song requests, but the message is there, and that was back in '89. So if something waits, over 30 years ago, something must be fucked up, and things aren't getting better.
That's well, the person I was talking about, Bart the Waver, he's trying to oppress the artists. You know why? Just for those things, because they are telling things like Metallica, like Rage Against the Machine. So they don't like those things, eh? Else people
funny?
will notice.
You know what's funny? You say Rage Against the Machine. The guitarist for Rage Against the Machine is Tom Morello, which is one of my favorite guitarists. But he actually has a degree in political science.
Well, probably that's the reason why they did it. Fuck you, I don't. Yeah. He noticed from his studies. What else can I say?
It's funny you said that.
When we hit the casino, you want to get out of there quick, right?
But yeah, like
Your getaway vehicles are
no,
coming
I love Tom Morello. He was one of my favorite musicians starting out of playing the guitar. When I started learning to play guitar, him when he got with Audio Slave, which is Chris Cornell and the rest of Rage Against, it was just gone from there. I freaking love Audio Slave.
I see them once live in one of our festivals, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
After 20 years, they were already 20 years busy, but it was a good reminder at that moment. Or maybe 15 years, I forgot. That's amazing. I was standing in front. And I was 16 years old when their songs came out, and there was a guy. We were on holiday with all young kids, and there was one guy. Hey, listen to this music. That's great. And I listened to it. I was like directly captivated by the music. Yeah, I already listened to Guns N' Roses and Metallica, but that was refreshing in that time.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Nap. We're not trying to exclude you. We're just kind of.
Oh no, he's a very smart boy. He's listening. The listening
actually,
is the thing of intelligence.
Actually, yes, I'm listening. And last time Ty was here, it was the same. I went pretty quiet, and it's something like I need to get used to the voices and the actual pronunciations and so on. And I had a little bit problems to actually scan the words, and so the meaning of some of the words they come to me a little bit later than you are used to. Usually you listen to someone, especially for Thai, who's a native speaker, he hears you, he hears me, and he probably has to stumble around our foolishly English,
probably,
and has to think about it, but he gets it very, very fast and can respond to it. And for me, it's this understanding, listening to it, and understanding. That are two parts that are for my brain. They are apart from 2 seconds to 5 seconds or something like that. And listening to you, I could tell something about it, but I'm always 5 seconds behind your discussions. So when I have something to say, it's already 5 to 10 seconds. You are further already with your discussion, so it doesn't sweet if I come up with things 10 seconds ago. So that's one reason why I'm currently maybe not too involved in the topics, but I follow them, and more likely I enjoy being around with you here, because it trains my scanner to follow your words and get faster with understanding and so on. So that's the main reason I'm here.
Like yesterday, for me, I get a bit tired, and when I get quiet, it's more like not that I want to talk, but it's like I'm getting tired and keep up with everything. That's more the thing.
That's just being human. But I feel bad now, man. So I apologize for leaving that. But I promise, not every American is uncultured swine. Like I actually listened to a Rammstein. I don't know exactly how you pronounce it, Rammstein, I guess, but it's I don't know, it just takes time.
It's always, if you met somebody, it's a bit adjusting. And certainly, like you said before, if you don't see them in real person, it's completely different,
usually chat over internet is you can't see the other faces. You can't see how people really mean it. It's easier already on TeamSpeak, because I think the sound of the voice says a lot about what's important. I can pronunciate certain parts and make them more important than other parts, so people understand it better, as if they only read it in a forum, in a Reddit post or whatever. It's even easier there to mispronunciate the true intention of the person who was writing it. And for sure, the best thing is if you could sit in a room and look into each other's eyes,
look
and
in each other's ear,
eyes,
and talking into each other's eyes,
and shout directly, so you know you have been listened to. No.
We can always try it one day. Seeing each other's ears and talking each other's eyes.
No, for me it's more likely I was trained or was taught British English. Well, in Germany we learn British English, and so my first contact with Americans was a little bit hard to understand, to adjust to that sound. And having, for example, Russell here, I think his pronunciation is very clear for me. I understand him very well. For Terry, for example, no, Terry.
Yeah, Terry here. Yeah.
No, I think it's Ty is Terry. No.
No.
Yeah.
No, Terry.
No. Terry is no. Terry is yeah. Sorry,
It's
Tyler. It's almost the same. That's why.
Yeah. He has a special slang, I would say, and that makes it harder for me to understand actually the words. The words I hear them, but the real understanding comes 2 to 5 seconds, maybe later. And some words I don't understand because of the slang. Maybe he even uses words which are known to you but not to me. So I have to wait for the full sentence to give it kind of a sense.
Sink in. Well, the thing probably not a lot is you and me will react faster to each other with our knowledge of English than, like you say, like Thai, and not against their language. But it's like you say, it's you have to let it sink in, because the announcement, the sound is a bit different from state to state also. If you take a New Yorker against a Texican against a Californian person, it's all 3 different slangs, like you say.
Yeah. You do realize, Dookie, that just Texas by itself has 5 different pronunciations.
What?
Like,
5 different?
Yeah,
really?
There's like 5 different accents just in Texas.
Can you do the 5 different things
No,
or?
I cannot.
Okay.
It would throw y'all off if I started speaking Spanish.
Not
Y'all wouldn't
really,
understand.
because we're Europe. We have Spanish people in Europe. Maybe reminder.
I didn't say y'all couldn't, my understanding was that y'all didn't speak much of it because y'all are having hell with English.
If it's in slang English, yeah.
But,
Spanish, English. Terry said something like that, or was it you? I forgot.
I don't remember, but no, I think the reason y'all have such problems with my voice is because I am from Texas and we have. Can I ask you a serious question now? And I won't take offense to it, or anybody else. It's just an honest to God question.
What's the
Do
question?
Americans sound? Does the accent Americans have sound stupid? Like lower intelligence than say a British accent? Not necessarily as offensive. But
No. The thing is, it sounds different, and certainly a real Texican. It's Come, you will announce it, not a lot. You will explain it better than me.
No, I think, for example, I work in international teams. I'm used to East European English slang. I'm used to Indian English. Although I struggle really a lot, there are some Indian guys who have such slang in their voice. I really can't. I hear them, but I don't know the word they are currently pronouncing. That's a problem. I don't think it's something how Thai said it, that I think they sound stupider or something like that. It's simply the process of scanning.
It's not that. It's just, sorry to interrupt, but it's not that. There's actually a running joke that Americans are stupid because of their accent. It wasn't a question.
No. Accent. We have. I think 10 different accents also here in Germany. I think that's locally. If you have a huge country, the language will develop differently. That's a normal fact. So that's no problem. But if you are not used to that, if you in German we have these words High German. I don't know why it's directly translated. It's High German, and we once the different regions had their traditional speeches, and for example, what you talk in Flemish in Belgium, or also the Netherlands. That's a mix, a change of the languages that we had over the last 500 years. It developed locally and drifted apart a little bit, but we see a lot of common aspects in all the speeches. And in Germany, and I thought also in other countries, they at some point they said, okay, if we want to live together here, we have to speak the same language, and so they formulated. In Germany, we called it High German, and so that's how these speeches, this language is introduced into the country, and then it takes 100 years and everyone is talking it, but you still have the influence of the area, and some words in some areas they have a sharp speech, and in the southern areas in Germany there's also this round American R sound in the voice, and in the more northern part it's more the S. The S sound that's more important. So there are differences, but if you live in Germany, you understand all these common slangs. But if you, as a non-German speaker who learns German, I think he would have problems if he really moved from the northern part to the southern part, because the language already is a little bit different. And also in the eastern part, which was under influence of Russia for a long time, 50 years.
East German,
East German is also a little bit different to understand. The sound is completely different. I think the most funny thing is what I once saw is a black-colored comedian who was raised in southern Germany, and he had a comedy program where he started a little bit with broken English, and it fitted to the image that you saw, and then he started to talk in perfect southern influenced German. And it was this picture in your head that you see this black man and he's talking southern German.
But
it was something.
Grew up probably there, so
for sure. He was German. He was born here. He was raised here, and so on. But it's something that breaks up in your head, and that are those enlightenment moments where you realize that you are the problem. That you had
me. I don't live in Germany. Me. I am not the problem there. Oh,
that you
I'm the problem here.
No, that you spokenly as the person who said it. You myself
I was joking,
is the problem. You have your drawers. You see a picture and you think you know what's happening there, and suddenly it's completely different. I like those situations where you see your own drawers, where you see your own incompetence to see everything right in the first glance. And
what you say is true, but some people, even if they see it, they cannot grasp it, and they still go on and deny it.
Yeah,
And then that's for example. Sorry to break it down,
about
but
other
that's,
people, but
Trump.
for me,
if you
it
take
works.
Trump, that's the example you're talking about. That I'm talking about now.
But hold on, I got an answer for this. It's just a fact of life that everybody's going to have prejudices. There are some things people don't like. It comes back to what you can take. If you don't like a person because of the color of their skin, that's wrong. Like if you, it depends. Okay, let's say for his example, he saw a guy speaking German that he thought otherwise was going to speak broken German, but he didn't.
Yeah,
how you take
but
that?
He didn't imagine
is
the
your-
picture from the black guy because he was speaking exactly like a German, and
Well,
nobody
you-
saw his face, so everybody assumed it was a real German till they saw the picture, and then they were shocked. It was shocked. It was a colored man. I'm not
Well, it
gonna say
depends
the other word, Alzheimer racist. But
It all
it's
depends on how you take it. If you take it as like, oh, that guy is black, it just happens that he's black and he's German and he speaks perfect English. I can get around that. That's great. You know, I'm glad to see the world is advancing. That's a better way than no, I can't take this. Colored people aren't supposed to be German. That's how you get the fucking Nazis started. It's just all about perception.
yeah,
that's
but
not
also
right
it
taking
was
somebody's
a
color
time
of
like now, economically was bad, so he fed on it.
Trump is just something else. That's not even an argument.
No, what I actually meant is, and I think that's the point for me here. I don't try to change other people in the first place. I like those situations where I see my own incompetence, where I see that my expectations, although I think I never had a problem with black people, I never had problem with integration or something. I was taught, I was born into a world which was highly integrated. So we don't really face this everyday racism that is shown in the media about America right now. That's why we can't understand what really is happening over there. But anyway, even thinking this way, this good way about myself, I realize sometimes in my life that there are still these draws. We have a saying here where we say we think in drawers. We put people into drawers and leave them there.
Yeah.
And it's always good to try to rethink all your drawers and rethink if they are really right, if you can really judge people by the color of their skin. And that's true for black people, for Indian guys, for Chinese, for Belgian. Do you know Belgians? They are awful. They are, I don't know.
Soccer.
Well, it just comes down to it's how accepting of things that aren't the normality are you. Because, I mean, I live in Texas. It's shown in the media that like Texas is some racist place. We all have rednecks down here. That it never changes, and that's just not the truth. Most people down here aren't racist, and we love black people. And most of the time, if we don't like you, it's because of a first impression or something you do. We try to base it on character, even though sometimes that doesn't work. You know.
Do you know this Netflix series The Ranch? I don't know if it's
Yes, I love The Ranch.
Yeah, that's how that's
fucking depressing.
that's my view of Texan people.
Yeah, ranch. Well, if I hear Texican, I think about
Texan, not
fields
Texican.
full of cows, oil, That's what I'm thinking if I hear
Yeah, okay.
Texas.
Okay, maybe Denver Denver clan and Dallas. That also depicts
Dallas,
the
yeah,
high
GR,
class,
GR,
but
GR.
the ranch is the low income people that are in it.
The ranch is actually a really, really good representation. And no, there are racists in Texas. They're racist everywhere.
Yeah,
But
that
as
not only
far
there,
as
all
from
over
my
the world.
experience- But from my experience, the common people in any place that I've been has always been extremely nice and, and corporate. I have no problem with people. I have a problem with assholes, but they can be any color. I have
Yep.
a problem with bums, Hispanic, white, black, Belgian. It
Yep.
just depends on what comes down to personal character.
Yeah.
And like I said, not everybody's gonna be perfect. It just depends on
The
how
reaction
you
you
how
give,
you take it.
the reaction you give to something.
Right, there's gonna be a completely difference, and I think that's what most colored people need right now is the common perception is you see people like fucking Kanye West with his pants halfway down his ass. We need more people like Obama who are good people in the media to help, because all these riots isn't going to help. It's about representation. Trump's making an ass out of himself. And
Well,
I
you
hate that for anybody.
listen. You're not gonna tell me that there's not a better person in that Republican Party that's better than Trump. I was not into
you know what,
Bush,
Trump is-
but if I have to
best
choose
man for the
between
job.
Trump and Bush, then I prefer Bush.
No,
When there was a
they're-
problem, Bush was there. Yeah, blah blah blah.
Not looking at anything else, but based on the merits that they have shown, Trump is one of the worst presidents we've ever had. I did not like Obamacare. I did not. But I support Obama and what he did, and that was a good idea to get people without health care.
Yeah, why
You
not?
had to meet in the middle.
Look where it brings you in a pandemic.
Yeah, no shit.
Look where it brings you then,
No,
if you don't
Obamacare.
have that.
Obamacare got repealed. No, we hadn't had it for years.
Is it back or? Yeah, I'm not following that thing.
But that's the thing right now is we need to fucking deal with racists, and we need to put more people in the media. It's like I can't remember who said it. There's a white guy who done blackface on a show, but it was in good taste. It was Jamie Foxx. He was like, "Yeah, that's cool. It was for a skit." There are people that go around hating people and want to do harm to you.
Wow, yeah.
But
Incredible. That has a lot of viewers.
I don't get how somebody can just hate a person by the color of skin. I can hate somebody on a first impression if you walk in, fuck your mama and all this shit, and I'm not gonna have a very good impression.
Motherfucker, you're dead, dead. Yeah, stuff. Yeah, a hillbilly type, something like that. Is that what
racist,
you
sir.
want?
How dare you assume that we talk like that?
But
Just fucking with you, man.
It's
I'm just messing.
how you how you see it.
and-
Stereotype. That's more
Yeah,
stereotype.
you stereotype.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
dare you say that? And there are, and a lot of people understand here that there are some growing pains. Not everybody's right.
Ooh, before the
that's-
growing
that's the
pain,
thing.
then we have to be in Atlantis.
That's the thing. I'm very disappointed in America right now. Just because you're disappointed in something doesn't mean you hate it. It means you want to see it do better. Because
Difference, yeah.
America, I think, can do better. We need to incorporate everybody and treat each other equally. It's fucking stupid that we're even having this second civil war right now.
Well, now you have an internal war. It's not that you have war with Iraq or Iran or
No,
stuff like.
that's what I'm saying. The civil
Yeah, now you have an internal war. It's like, what?
Right now, the best thing we could do is get rid of the media.
Hey,
They're-
the IA is
they're-
really getting
it's
their money's worth
absolutely-
from us.
I think media is the most important thing in a
that you need.
democracy. You don't get rid. You don't need to get rid of the media. You need to free the media again from the chains of capitalism, because if media is used to influence people to your way of thinking, then that's a bad thing.
Well,
That's what I mean. I mean, not get rid of media entirely, get rid of the bias in media.
well,
Yeah.
you see it with the Fox channel, eh?
Yeah.
There you
I
see
mean,
it
you see it
clearly
with a lot
how it goes. Yeah, you have people that
best-
like it and love it, but if you say some, I did it on YouTube. Eh? I said my thoughts, how I was reviewing their way of viewing their points, and they directly blocked me. It's like, why can I not say my thoughts to you? What?
Well, the best. Well, some people just can't handle any other opinion other than themselves.
Yeah,
And that's some small brain shit we don't need in America or anywhere in the world.
But can you imagine? I'm a foreigner, eh? And I say my thoughts on YouTube, eh? And they block me. It's like, what?
But the best thing not only America could do, but the entire world, is take their information from several different sources and do something they've never done before. Make an opinion for themselves.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead now. What were you gonna say?
No. That's exactly the point. And I think there is still a different. There are a lot of countries where the trust into the media is lost. Luckily for us here in Germany, I think we still can rely on media, though we still already know that some media is based toward one way of thinking, more conservative,
More
or
left
more,
than
more
right, yeah.
But you get both the right information from both media. It's only their
Point of view is a bit
conclusion.
different.
Their conclusion
Yes.
of the facts is a different one, and so you get the information on your own. I think what failed, in my point of view, is this thinking of this blind trust to capitalism. I think capitalism failed. If you see, you have a monopoly over the media. If one person owns every newspaper, what do you what do you expect as different information from those sources? Media has to be free.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be something like networks or something like that. They should be independent. They should be free. They should be forced to get their information. And if you have several people who are investigating the same thing, you have independent research on those facts, and it leads to a better result in the end. But that's not cheap. That's
No, it's not cheap.
That's
what
costly,
they
but
are, yeah.
that's what we need as invest into a democracy. And yeah,
Well, let me ask your opinion then on this, because I'm sure you've seen it in the media. The police making a militant state against any journalist who tries to do free speech.
Well,
Like ask Russell, actually, he's a prime example. Did you seen the videos of them attacking innocent protesters and journalists for no reason?
yeah, I see
sure.
that, but that's over the top. We cannot imagine that here, eh? Napalot. We don't really encounter that over
No.
here in Europe.
our police.
We're shocked to see those
our-
images.
Our police, but that was different already for years. Our police had this they need to adjust their force to the threat which is there. So if a policeman
Oh,
comes,
no. Sorry.
What you want?
Ma-
Some wheels?
I need to call my oppressor.
your
Sorry.
oppressor.
Yeah, and
Okay,
Thijs
okay,
is
okay.
driving with my vehicle. So I cannot. That's the reason why I cannot call. Wait, I'm gonna do it differently.
Alright, there we go.
Oh, that was GTA related, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I was trying to call in my oppressor. It's like, why doesn't it work? And then I see my vehicle appear with it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
sorry.
What I mean is that if you encounter a situation where two men are fighting, the police is not allowed to draw their guns and shoot one of them. They are only allowed to shoot if their own life is in danger, and they have to have real big paperwork for every shoot they do.
Every bullet
they fire. And so I think we have a very low
shootout rate.
Shoot rate compared to America, but that also has the fact that all the situations are maybe not that dangerous than it is in America, because we are allowed to openly or hidden carry weapons. We don't have this kind of weapons, so any situation is actually far less dangerous for a policeman. Though we also have situations here where illegal weapons, especially usually coming from Eastern Europe and so on, smuggled into the country. And we had some situations here where people with Kalashnikovs were robbing, I think, some
that's undercover
jewelers.
Police then, eh? That goes on with that job. If they know it, they go undercover and they use their tactics here.
No, I mean.
Yeah, well, sorry, I think I'm a bit. Yeah, go on. Sorry,
no, I mean, we had real robberies here where
AK-47s probably.
Yeah, and that's something we never seen before here in Germany. So I think our police is, our general police is not prepared to handle such situations, because they don't expect other people to have better weapons or weapons at all. Yeah, but anyway, it's you have to adjust your force to the point of threat of the situation.
But
And
see, that's the thing, though. I don't know if you've seen any news about America recently, or like the George Floyd thing. It's not about a force in assessing a situation. They just straight up murder
but
innocent people.
Right. That's not thinkable here. Those guys, if those pictures would arise and those images would come to public, those policemen would no longer be there. It's simple as that. We don't have this policeman.
Those tactics, we don't use those tactics.
One point of democracy, one point of our view of democracy. I think there is no that democracy, but our point of view of the democracy is no one stands above the law. Not the president, not the police. So
in your case, it's Angela Merkel, the chancellor.
But the law wouldn't allow to be a law in place which says the police is not responsible for action that happens during their shift. I think that's Ty is knowing what I'm talking about. There was this political law which was currently not rejected. It is still in place now. So the police can't be held responsible for stuff that happened during the day. And that's not true. That can't happen here. That a policeman can held reliable for the actions that he's doing. And law enforcement would always for sure keep in mind that he is under a certain stress, that he is in a special situation, and they will they will accept that a policeman comes into situations and normal people wouldn't. So if a policeman shoots someone and he had reasons for that, it will be prosecuted different way than a normal German would
But they even
actually
will
say.
review if it's really true also, eh?
I think every case is investigated.
Yeah, investigated. Yeah, of course.
But we also have situations where especially foreigners were treated badly when they went to jail. So we also have this situation and these cases in the work. They were high in the media, and it was actually looked into, and the public had an eye on that when this happened. And for sure, our politicians, they are even anyway, which party they said it's wrong if the police has to do it, and that one guy was dying while he was under police arrest. That is something we couldn't agree to, and that had to be changed. And I think the police guys who was involved there, they were prosecuted in any way. I don't know.
Well,
that's the George Floyd incident. What I'm talking about.
Well, what I think about the difference over here, we as civilians, we don't carry weapons on the streets, so the police is less stressful to be their hands on their own weapons. That's a big difference in first place. Though, so in my opinion, the Second Amendment, that's the underlying problem there that triggers all those events. That's my opinion. But yeah, I'm not an American, and if you talk about the Second Amendment, it's like, ooh.
Yeah, but there's a difference. The police that are now on the street in America and see the protesters, there is no reason for the police to.
No, there's no reason to attack them. If you see,
especially
Russell was
the guys
just filming, and they throw tear gas at his feet, straight up to his legs. It's like, why? he just stands there.
Actually, you're actually wrong, I believe, because if you actually research that if you take Americans' guns away, crime rate goes through the roof, because then you have like the cartel that has weapons, and
but
Americans
then you have to work your way through the cartels and break them down.
But Americans having guns isn't the problem. It's bad Americans that have guns, because there was a shooting in a church. A guy brought a gun to a black church and started shooting people, and there was 5 other people that were good people with a gun, and they mowed his ass down.
That is one example. If no one would have weapons in the first place, it just couldn't happen anyway. But that discussion. I think that discussion it's ongoing for years, and I think there's one point I can perfectly agree to. A country which is so filled with weapons can't be demilitarized
in one day. That's impossible.
In 1 day, in 1 year. All the weapons, I think, if you try to take them away, you can't, because there is so many illegal weapons still around, and
Yeah, but then you have just the problem that it will keep popping up all those years till they have all the weapons, till that's over.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's better.
What are you guys doing?
So
there was a girl on the phone.
Yeah, I heard
he's a girlfriend. he's not a nerd.
Oh,
he has contact to a girl. I can't believe it. A gamer.
No, a girl contacted him, so he's.
I need to make a Reddit post about it. a gamer who has a wife, girl on the telephone.
Hey,
Oh
and
my.
you can place my YouTube video on it, so you you happy.
I have a proof. I have a proof.
You have
Right.
the proof. You have the proof. We have the proof. Maybe she's watching too, huh?
Oh my god. Maybe it was just his mother. I don't know.
No, I don't believe it was his mother. She sounded a bit more our age. Oh, yeah. Yeah, America and guns, it's an eternity about it. If you, that's my opinion and your opinion. If people don't carry guns, then you only have fist fights. And if a shooting happens, then you know those are criminals. That's simple.
Yeah.
That's, but
That's,
yeah, don't.
that's our truth because that's our reality.
Yeah, that's our
And
reality.
I perfectly understand that Americans have a different way of thinking on that.
Yeah. I understand also it's different thinking, but at the same rate, yeah, you see the difference, then it's like I go to on holiday there. I cannot carry a weapon there, so I'm surrounded, with other words, with people that's carrying a gun. I wouldn't go there on vacation. Imagine that someone goes out of his mind on that moment, and you are standing there. The right to protect. Where's the right of protection for me then? You see, that's also something that's not adding up. If you can follow my point of view, not a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, waiting for Napolot. Yeah.
For what?
Yeah, to do one more setup and then go robbing the place. If he's up for it. That would be just fine. Then I can start my new stream. At Fallout. That would be perfect.
There are enough noob videos about Fallout on the net. You don't need to stream that performance that you deliver right now.
No. I have to stream how not to do it.
Ah, okay, that's the point of the video. I see.
You see? That I can call it. Fallout 76, the noob. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
The nub. No, I'm the nub. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know. I think nub is a modification from the word noob. And at least here in Germany, in the gaming scene, people call other people not noob but nap. Pronounced German nap. And,
okay, that's why your name is Nap. Okay.
Not exactly.
Yeah,
There's complete different. There's complete different story behind it, but in the end, that's
the way you
how
pronounce
I
the
currently-
words. The way you pronounce the words, Nap a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Nowadays I go into that direction, right? Though it, as I said, originated from a different side, but yeah. So, but anyways, the NAP is copyrighted. So you could mix this with my stream. So better stay at the noob. Stay at the noob. That's better. Yeah.
Oh, NAP is copyrighted. That's a word. NAP is a word, eh? Hello?
Yeah, for sure it's a word, but the NAP is actually me. Yeah, I'm the only one.
No. Yeah, but I'm gonna use noob, N, double O and B, That's what I'm gonna mark down, Not
Yeah.
snap,
Yeah.
If I play snap, there will be
People think
Well,
it's my stream, but
no. A lot of people will think, what kind of word is that? So
actually, nap is also an English word for
Nap,
taking a nap is
nap,
to
yeah.
have a small
Sleep,
quick sleep. Yeah, right. So my name Napalot was also I used to tend to say the word is my name is program because there are several situations in games in my online experience, in my online history,
Yeah.
where I simply was napping in certain situations.
Okay.
Something like that. So I never had something bad in mind when it comes to my name. So it was more likely, he naps. He doesn't take his chances. He or I, in that case, I didn't work for the team when he should, or because he was kind of sleeping, not really sleeping, but he didn't realize it was his turn now, so something like that.
You were not there, like you were there, but you were not with your thoughts there.
Yeah.
You were
Or
not
all
like
the,
in
all
class.
the thoughts,
like
all the
in the
thoughts
class,
were too late.
like in school, and the teacher is saying things, and then he points at you and he asks you a question, and you're not in to the the same
right.
principle. Pardon.
So that's what I connect with that name.
It must have been a good conversation there. It's good for him. I'm happy for him. No, really? I'm happy for him.
It must be his mum.
No,
It was his mom telling him to do his chores, so he's now off taking out the garbage.
What?
Cleaning up the dinner table.
Phoning. Yeah. Those days are like that. Yeah, they phone their children. Yeah, come down, eating. Yeah, it's time to go to bed. SMS.
I hope y'all know I've been listening to y'all.
Oh, but ooh, lucky you hear us talking the bad things.
you know, if y'all are okay with talking shit to my face, then I'm.
Hey, we're not talking shit in your face.
I know, but it's refreshing. I would rather have somebody talk shit to my face than behind my back. You know?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, we were
actually,
saying. Hey, we were
you're
saying
actually
good
kinda
things,
right.
huh?
You were actually kind of right.
Who was right, me or Napalot? Who was right?
Like here in Texas, my parents or my grandmother used to call me and be like, hey, come over and move my bed for me or something.
Okay, yeah. But it's not only in Texas, it's also here that's happening. So don't worry about that.
That's just I think, that's just grandparents. I don't think her parents. I don't think it's really anything to do with any kind of culture or anything.
No, that's it's like that. That's simple.
It's just respect your elders. It's simple.
If they weren't there, you wouldn't be here, huh? Or I or you, it doesn't matter.
I mean, there are special circumstances. Me and my dad don't talk very much anymore because I cut him off. But as far as people who have been good to me, I'm gonna be good to you.
There will be a day that you talk again to your father or.
Boss.
I don't know about all that,
Oh,
but
hi.
I mean,
How can I help you?
Never say
Anything
never.
to keep you productive, boss? Are you sure you
people
need more
people
snacks?
do things that
Looks like
aren't
you have it.
exactly
Yeah.
the nicest. I would rather me just step away and be like, look, you fucked up,
When
than
you finish
hating
with
him.
that, I'll give you some more.
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
not
sure you need
gonna.
more snacks?
Yeah, I don't know the situation and I don't want to know it.
No, it's just
So thank you very much to not telling me. Okay, to the ground.
But, so back
I-
on what y'all were talking about me.
Well, that you're a bastard.
y'all talking shit.
Yeah.
Wait, you
Allee,
can call me a bastard. I was gonna say
Nappalots,
that-
what
that
were
might-
we saying about him again? I can remember those bullshitty things. What was it again? Help me out. I'm short-minded. Please help me. He's gone quiet. His mic is
Yeah,
muted,
he's
I
like
think.
he's like I'm staying out of this.
Yeah, exactly. You need to know at what time in your life you have to shut your mouth.
I could never hate you guys. I might get aggravated at y'all and not want to talk for a little while, but I can never hate you guys.
Oh, believe
You need
me,
a receipt for
I
taxes?
can talk shit that you already know now, but
I mean, it's like
I
military.
don't I cannot talk bad about other people, even if they are enemies. The only thing I can say is not good from my enemy, but saying shit about that person, I cannot get it over my heart. I was never raised like that.
Well, it's like me and Terry. Me and Terry disagree, and we'll make each other mad. But as soon as that's over, like the other day when I kept killing him and he kept getting pissed off at me, he apologized. I was like, "Look,
Okay,
man,
yeah, but
we're just two different people. We're gonna fight and argue, and that was the end of it. I have no hate for Terry at all. I love the guy. He's a good friend,
well,
and it just you're gonna happen. We're all humans. We're gonna fight. It's just how you take it. You know, grow the fuck up, and you know.
well, for me it's
But
like
don't talk shit about other people while they're on the phone.
I'm in the game, so if you start killing me, I don't care. But I never fight back.
Well, it's like that day when you accidentally pulled my gun out and you quit. It kind of pissed me off. But at the same time, I was like, well, me and Ian talked about it. And I was like, okay, you know, maybe he's got something going on. And then just
Oh yeah, but last
shit happens.
December I lost a family member, and that was in
sorry to
fact
hear
the
that.
only family member where I can say everything to. I can say even the worst things to him. Allee, I don't mean worst things. I mean, for example, when I was younger,
Yeah.
I was using drugs. To my father, I couldn't say that, but to him, I could tell my story, and he was listening, and he was correcting me. So that was a person that I lost, and I still there are moments like now I feel good, but it can happen in tomorrow that I go down, and then I'm vulnerable in a certain way.
Well, if
Then
you
for
need
example,
you got us, guys.
then for
But-
example, if you start killing me, in that moment, then it's like, oh fuck off, I go offline and leave me alone. It's more that way that I go then, and the next day it's again better, and so.
Well, it's just like America. We need to learn to be passive about shit. Like, okay, that happened. Let's not do it again. You know, forgive and forget.
It
Because
happened,
nobody,
yeah.
everybody's a fucking victim now. Okay, yeah, he was being an asshole to me, and I got pissed off. But I mean, I didn't hold it against him, and I was being an asshole to him and killing him. He didn't hold it against me. Like, we're good. It's just nobody has. I'm sorry to hear that he didn't explain to me exactly what happened. He just said he had something going on. So I was like, okay, you know, he's got something going on. Everybody has a bad day. Everybody has bad days. Nobody's perfect. That's all it comes down to.
Tai, you wanna do a few arena
No.
war things or? Okay, yeah, bye.
We can do some simian missions. I knew you were going there.
Well,
Not playing bomb ball with 2 people.
Well, yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, start the Simeon mission up and we do it.
I've actually just been following you around for like the past 10 minutes.
Yeah, but I'm now, because in fact it's better to do the money casino heist is better with 3 people, so we better wait for Ian.
Well, I
We
know
do the
this,
casino
this-
mission.
I know this great guy called Nat. He's a pretty decent dude.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, but he's not playing GTA.
Yeah. He's a
Oh, he
sucker.
doesn't have
He's
He's a sucker.
he's hating GTA.
Yeah,
No,
how
I don't have it. I didn't play any of those.
No?
Just no GTA,
Never?
no GTA 1, 2, 3, nothing. No,
Not okay.
not
Well,
a single one.
I
can
can
kind of understand that.
I can remember the first GTA.
But it's
Yeah,
not
tell me.
sorry, it's not something where I said, oh, I'm against it or something like that. I saw it, I think, when it came out, and it wasn't something that attracted me. And since then, there was no reason to change that mind. I have enough. I have more than enough different games to play, and none of my closest friends or the people I hang around used to play it. So that's the simple reason.
Oh, now
Well-
I'm offended. He just offended me. How
Well,
dare you, sir? How dare you say
Well-
none of your closest friends play GTA? I'll say
Oh yes, yes. Sorry,
no. I'm
of my older closest friends. So I was talking about the time when GTA 1 came out. Came out. So, at that point I didn't know you. So nowadays it's different for sure. Yeah.
No.
What? That was like 22 years ago. Shit.
yeah.
I remember that game when it came out on PC.
Well, my friend had GTA 1, and we were together. And yeah, I didn't have a PC at home, but he had a PC and he had the game. And we were at the train on our way to school, and yeah, I have a game now, and you can steal vehicles and you can kick people. I was like, really? Oh, you can do things that we cannot do in real life. So I played it and I was directly hooked, so I played it a few times. And then PlayStation 2 came out, GTA 3, and since that point on I was going on with GTA, so that's
Okay,
the
well,
reason
what
why.
do you like to play?
What,
Yeah?
sorry?
What do you like to play? I'll play something with you. I'll buy a game you have.
Well, I do Fallout 76 that I like. It's also a bit of grinding and building. That I really do like that game.
I mean, I play GTA with you, but I'm at NAP. What do you like?
Oh,
What do you-
I'm not actually limited to stuff. For example, I liked the old Diablo series when they came out, though I was disappointed by the company and I don't buy anything from Blizzard anymore. No, Blizzard. But for example, I still play hardcore grind Path of Exile when a new season starts. If I have the time, I can play it, grind it my ass off, and play the 3 months that it takes for one league. But you have to invest so much time in the newer games. It's really hard. Beside that, I used to like fantasy games like Skyrim. I played a lot of Skyrim, Kingdom Come Deliverance, something like that. If it comes to single player, online I played and still play Lord of the Rings online. That's. But beside that, there are a lot of games I also enjoy, like Stellaris or stuff like Avorion. I don't know. It's a smaller game like Deep Rock Galactic. A lot of Steam games, the smaller games, independent games. Those attract me also. I was a huge fan of the Anno series, for example. Though I never grinded it like several other people did, or Civilization. I have every part of Civilization, but I'm not really playing it this deep. I loved Command and Conquer, the series, when they came out, and unfortunately there were no successors that gave that feeling anymore. Although there are good products like Total Annihilation at that time, or Supreme Commander, which we still play with some friends from time to time.
Do you like battle games, like war games?
I also play World of Tanks, yeah. But also that company pissed me a little bit off.
Why?
Actually, because it's pay to win. They do a little. They do a lot of things good, but
Pay to win. Yeah, right.
yeah, I think a company has to be true to the customers, and I think yeah,
That's for sure. That's for sure.
if you have a game like that, so big, so huge, and so server related, if you look at Arc, for example, there are servers. You have your private servers. The servers there, they only support a limited number of players. Yeah. At World of Tanks, you have, I don't know, millions of people, and all the games are calculated remotely. Every game is not calculated on the client. Every decision, it's server side. So they have a huge server farm, and for sure nowadays server time, server CPU time, it's cheaper than it was 10 years ago. But that's still a huge amount of costs they have to deliver this service to all the community. So they have to be pay to win, or not pay to win. They have to
Income.
they need to make income at some way, and
else you're not a company, yeah. If you don't have income,
yeah,
then you're
so
not a company. That's for sure.
Actually, I would prefer subscription-based games more likely. I loved games in the past where you pay your money and you have your game and can do with it what you want. And
well, there is a difference, and I understand. I'm sorry for interrupting, but originally Destiny 2 done it right. I think you should have, if you want micro purchases, but they only be cosmetic. Like it doesn't affect the playability of the game. If I want a new shirt, I'm sure I'll pay 50 cents for a shirt or $1 for a shirt, but it should not affect core gameplay at all. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I see what he means. Yeah. You pay for certain stuff, but other stuff should be free.
Yeah. But I'm not at that point yet. I'm a little bit before. If there's a game where you have a fixed development, the development of the software, and you don't have this online component. Take it offline game, Civilization 4. There don't have to be an online component, because people usually play single player alone on their own. So I would recommend, or I would prefer a game where you pay your 50 euros or whatever, and you play it, you have it, you can play it for 10 years, 20 years, and the company shouldn't have any more costs after the game was released. But I understand that in newer times, in the actual time, we expect more from a game. We want an online lobby. We want to play with online. So
that's
if a company
into the to the people now, it's not like we first had games. It was on a console. You pay for it, you have it, you play it. But now it's more based really on, like you say, on online, offline, it seems to disappearing now.
Well, think of it this way: with modern inflation and the price of things and trillion-dollar, Call of Duty games, multi-billion-dollar Call of Duty games, the price of inflation for a single-player game that you can just buy and just play for 10 to 20 years would make games prices skyrocket. Without microtransactions, games would be $100, $125.
Yeah, but that's also over the top, eh? If you have to pay like GTA 80 euros for 8,000 in currency money is like, sorry, what?
Yeah, but
Actually, here it's more expensive. It's $100 for 8 million, which is crazy.
Yeah. That's
Go
over
ahead,
the
I'm
top.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, can
Nat.
you imagine? That's what they gonna do. They gonna do the GTA 5 online on for free now. So
that's because people don't understand that a service has a value. Because everyone expects everything for free now.
yeah,
and
but that's where they're going to now. Eh? First they give that free,
yeah,
but afterwards
look,
you have
that's,
to pay for certain things. Eh?
GTA does it now, but look at the complete mobile scene.
Yeah.
Every application there, no one. You buy phones for, I don't know, €1,000, $1,000 or more, and you don't want any application that's $1 or $2. You would never buy. You want that for free. But you don't realize that the guy who sold you the phone has nothing to do with the developer who has spent hundreds of hours of work into the software. So that's a problem, and that GTA is now free to play. That's something where they realize people are no longer ready or willing to pay subscription services. Personally, I would pay a subscription service for the games I would I play. I would love to have a more flexible way of subscription services, so I could buy a month of game time, and if I only have 2 days this month and 20 days next month, I would like that I could work it this way, real time.
Yeah.
you know?
That you pay for 14 days. Allee, let's say 12 days.
Yeah.
But you can only play 1 day in the first month. The second day you play 6 hours, but you still have so many hours left.
Something like that.
Yeah. Then I can say okay. Sorry.
That's how World of Warcraft does it. You buy the online service on a monthly basis. I believe it's one of those games.
Yeah.
Monthly, but the month is done and you lost your money.
But see, them Rockstar making Grand Theft Auto online free is the greatest marketing decision a game developer has ever made. And the reason for that is because of wet buy shark cards.
Yeah, of course. The
How
shark
do you
cards.
get more people on your game?
Yeah.
Give the motherfucker away for free, because I guarantee you, instead of making $20 on that GTA Online,
Yeah.
they make a $60 shark card or two $20 shark cards.
No, they're gonna make
it's
$100 shark cards.
Not
$100.
everybody buying $100 shark cards.
No, but
You-
80% of the people will do that. That you can imagine. To
Well,
buy their oppressor. Allee, yeah.
Here's the thing. Think about it like this. If I buy GTA Online once,
Yeah.
the game is mine, right?
Yeah.
But if I get it for free, buy a shark card then to give me some money to start, and then I buy a shark card a month later because I need some new DLC. Well, that's $40 they made instead of paying for a $20 game.
Yeah, but they try to implement the thinking of that, like that, but then you have players like me, the professional, and so many others that
Well,
grind
yeah,
their way
outliers.
through the game. yeah, then they don't gain much money on us, eh?
Well, y'all are outliers too. Most people won't do that, spend hours on these games. Some will, but you get what I mean. Most people have jobs,
of
have
course,
families,
yeah.
they can't put it, so they'll put $20 on it to get some vehicle, and that's where Rockstar makes their money.
Yeah. Well, that's.
I do, however, commend Rockstar for making the actual game free for everybody to get everything.
But
That
sorry, go on.
beautiful.
Sorry, my
No,
fault.
go ahead.
Well, if I see when they announced the PlayStation 5 and Rockstar logo came up, and they announced, PlayStation GTA 5 come to the PlayStation 5. The majority of people was so disappointed. Yeah, okay, you expect a new game, but I was directly thinking in Rockstar and Take-Two's minds. It's like, yeah, it's simple. That's business, nothing more, nothing less.
Well, people don't understand. As good as Grand Theft Auto is, they don't know the time commitment that takes. This isn't a game as detailed as this game you can shit out every year like some Call of Duties. As big as this world is, and as big as the other ones could be, the new one, it's just not feasibly possible to do in 5 years. It's not going to happen.
Well, that's why they are waiting, and that's my opinion, for the graphical parts. They are waiting till it's optimized, the systems, even computers, you can imagine, the power that's needed to ensure those images. Even on a PlayStation 5, it will suffer. That I'm sure of, because I have Unity 3D, and I can assure you, even my computer has struggling if I make something. I do it just for fun, but it's incredible what power that goes into those games to deliver those images, and even to develop it. Hey, that's not. I say it today and tomorrow it's there. No, forget it. So I perfectly understand those companies also, because they forget, the majority of people forget how many free DLCs did we receive for this game.
Shit. Every DLC is free. I can
yeah,
literally
well,
go through this game and never have to pay a penny.
Yeah.
Now, people want to because it's easier, but honestly, the entire game is free.
Yes. If you calculate from the moment I paid 50 euros, $50 for the game in the time. So, but if I calculate all the DLCs in, then it's only cost me 5 euros.
Exactly. There's not going to be very many people or many games at all that gives the value that Grand Theft Auto and Grand Theft Auto Online has gave people.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Nap. Go ahead. I heard your voice.
No, you can't, because I have push to talk and I didn't press a button.
Yes, you did.
I thought you.
Yes.
Pretty sure we
I heard it.
It might have been, I don't know, something else.
Alright, Ty, you gonna start up a mission, or are you out of the game?
Oh, I'm helping Terry.
I was busy, but I couldn't come in. I was placed in a friend's lobby. Okay, yeah. sorry, go on.
Oh, I was trying to backtrack. I can't remember what I was gonna say, but
yeah, it was from $50 to $5 through the DLCs. How big it was?
Yeah.
That were.
And I mean, Rockstar has a lot of employees. They got a lot of fucking employees. They have 2 subdivisions of that damn company, but
they are spread all over the world with their
Rockstar
company.
North and Rockstar Games. But at the same time, the greatest, smartest business decision they could have done was give this damn game away for free.
No, that has to come. That's next year with the PlayStation 5.
But
Yeah, no.
but actually that's something.
Yeah, but what was it? Epic, with Epic, yeah. That's one.
Poor Nap. Every
Yeah.
time he tries to say something, he gets
No,
fucked off.
no, it's okay. I think that Patan is already known. Take Lord of the Rings, for example. It was subscription based. It's 10 years old, and after 2 years or something like that, they decided to make it free to play. And that was a great decision for them. And I still am convinced that they offer the best free-to-play experience that's on the market. Though they are not a company which is recognized for that, and especially they are not that successful as the big companies, but they don't want to be, or their focus is not lying on maximizing the money.
Yeah,
They want to deliver
they want to give experience to the people.
They're committed to their project. And you have several games that work like that. It's Lord of the Rings, it's Warframe, it's Path of Exile. There are 3 companies, and they have to make income. They have to make actually money, so they can continue to develop and bring new features and so on. But they do very well. For other companies, especially like Ubisoft, I'm not sure about Rockstar. I heard a lot of negative things about Rockstar because of Red Dead Redemption and not streamlining the patches and the new content and so on. You see, there are a lot of as soon as money is involved, and money is the only reason, then
pressure is on.
Then actually free gaming means pay to win in some kind of some kind of way. They only change to free to play because they know they can get more money out of it. And the worst example for me, for example, if you know it, is BNS, Blade and Soul.
Okay.
That's a Korean-like game, Korean-style game. It's also available in Europe, and that's something. And let me then finish my monologue from the beginning about World of Tanks, because it's the same there. They have this kind of seasons, and after the season, they actually nullify any progress that you made. They always have this concept of, okay, you reached level 100, that's great, but now in the next update we allow you to get to level 150, and we give new players the advantage to reach level 100, for that you grinded 15 years now, and we get them new players the chance to catch up, and with a new update you can reach level 100 in 2 months, and after that you get the grind to level 150, and for sure we introduce new end enemies, and what is it, end bosses that you can't even touch with your current equipment. You definitely need the equipment from the new update, and you have to grind for that. And if you do that for 3 months or 6 months or whatever the time period is that you have to grind for, there's a new update, and that nullifies everything that you've earned so far. So this concept works to be introduced, or be able to introduce new players and make it attractive for new players to today start the game, because you have the feeling in the first 2 months that you have a lot of progress, but then at the end of the 2 months you are there where the other peoples have been 6 months before and worked 10 years for. And so it's always a lie. You notice that when you have your first update or your second update, where you see, oh my god, it's all completely different. All the stuff I learned from the game doesn't work anymore. It works completely different. What I liked at the game was changed rapidly, and I can't do it this way anymore. I'm forced to do it a different way. You may like it, you may not like it, but at that point you have a problem. And that was my problem, for example, with World of Tanks. With every new update, with every new version, they elementary they changed things so deep in the core. The bouncing of the shells, how you drive the tank, how they feel, how they perform, and so on. And you feel the pay to win. You feel that you have to grind always to the newest tanks because they are overpowered. They are overpowered not accidentally, they are overpowered because they want the people to grind to the new tank. So you invest money to get them earlier, to have an advantage over others, to be able to your profile actually is the one that has kind of worth. Your win rate, your KD statistics, that's what actually is something about in that game. And you can only keep up with that when you actually grind for the current bugged tank in the game. And you have to invest money for that. And that's how they do their money, but I don't like the idea behind that. So I played it for a long time. I tried to play it competitive in a clan on the official servers and so on, and it was fun for time present, and I like the type of game, the idea behind the game, but I don't like what they did to the game. I don't like how the game evolved to the game that it is today, and so I rarely played.
I can understand.
Well, see, that's the thing about GTA is it hasn't felt like it's changed. They'll bring out new DLC and he'll have to grind, but if you have money from your previous DLC, you can buy the new stuff. They don't change anything like that, and that's honestly one of the nicest things about this game is either way the grind is the same. It's going to suck, but you never feel like you've lost out.
You know what?
Has any one of you played Warframe?
No,
Yes, I have actually.
I never.
Okay, I like the idea at that game that you for Dookie a short explanation. Warframe is a shooter, and you don't have classes like you are used to. You enter your warframes, and you are the class this warframe represents. So these classes can level up to level 30, and then you are at the limit of that class.
Okay.
And you are done. You don't have to grind to level 100 or 200 or something like that.
Yeah. Hello.
And I think your microphone goes open when I tell something. It's a little bit too sensitive.
Too sensitive.
Yeah.
Allee, talk.
Just like Dookie. Just messing with you.
You say something and tell me if it's
Test.
still
Test.
there.
Oh.
Is it
Test.
now better?
You need to keep quiet. Yes, it's better now. Okay. The point is, they bring out new warframes every 3 months, 2 months, whatever. And I like the idea at that game that they don't nullify your progress that you have with existing frames. You have to grind the new one if you want to have the new one, but if you are happy with the ones you have, you can play and enjoy the game in the same way that you have played it before. And I like that. It's not that you have to have the new frame. It's not that you are not longer competitive if you don't have the new frame. It's just a different frame. It's just a different role that you could do with the new frame. So that's what I actually like. And if World of Tanks would still be what it was in the beginning, that if you have one tank, then bringing out a new tank doesn't remove you the ability to run your tank. Okay, you still have the ability to run your tank, but there are a lot of tanks that are of no use anymore in the current meta. Because for example, it's all about damage currently. It's about damage and speed. So all these tanks that have a lot of armor and used to be able to get a lot of hits, it's of no use today anymore, because the penetration and the damage done to your tank is much higher than it was when the tank came out. So they didn't adjust that, so those tanks are useless. You are far too slow to reach your objective, and
so you have to go for the newer stuff every time.
For example, if you was into big tanks, into tanking, into the heavy weapon guy, then you learn that you now have to adjust to be a scout. And that's not what I like actually. And I understand when Ty says, okay, you can buy the stuff with the money that you already had, you don't have to invest new money and so on, you can buy it. There's another point about Warframe. Warframe allows you to get these premium packages where you get...
I'll be right back. I use the restroom.
Where you can get direct access to the new frame right from the start, or you can grind for it. So, but what I definitely like at this point of paid investments into that game, you choose what you want. It's not like you get this loot boxes or whatever, where you play lotto, where you play random.
When it's
you go
those
to the
things,
shop.
I never go for those games. I'm never gonna pay extra money. I wanna grind for it, no problem, but I don't wanna pay for it too, and pure based on luck. Imagine that you pay one loot box, you have, for example, a knife the first time. The second time you pay again and you get again a knife. It's like, that's not correct, eh?
Yeah.
That's gambling, that's pure gambling then.
It actually is pure gambling, and people don't understand that. And after German law, for example, the right to gamble or to offer gambling is by the state. So actually, those games should be forbidden in Germany or in the EU. And if that would happen, those companies would rethink their behavior. But they get more money if they offer this gambling, because gambling, it's an addiction and it's sickness. So people know it. And anyway,
no, the companies know it.
Yeah, the companies know it, and that's the reason why they do it, because they know that subscription base, they can't get that much money as if they do it free to play. Yeah, so you see it. A lot of companies change to the free to play concept,
and then
but
loot boxes and things.
But they all added loot boxes or something like that, events, whatever you call it, and
well, it also comes to the transparency of the business. You know, if you're gonna be like, hey, we're gonna offer this game for free, and you know, we'll have microtransactions. That's fine if you're upfront about it. Then that's you as an adult making the decision to play this game. But if you're like, okay, well, we got a $70 game and we're not going to put anything like that in it, and then you do, it's all about transparency. That's wrong. You're screwing people over intentionally. But at some point, you have to let adults make adult decisions. You can't baby. Okay, well, you know, you're fat. Well, teach yourself to put the damn screen down.
I think it's too easy to say. It's your decision to if you buy that or not. I think when it comes to addiction or addiction-like behavior, that's a reason why, for example, drugs are banned in so many countries.
Yeah, in Europe we have a ban here.
Yeah, and you could also argue there and say, okay, let it be their decision. I think that's kind of, and that's kind.
Because drugs, if you're a drug user, can directly affect other people, and that's not fair. There are some addictions that it's not going to directly affect other people.
Yeah, gaming
and
doesn't.
What you do in your home is none of your business.
Gaming is
like
not.
Gaming. Gaming can be an addiction.
Yeah, but it's not affecting another player. Another person.
I think that's not quite true.
Yeah, if you're married, that's a different story. But if you're alone, you're not hurting no
That's
one.
still adult.
Yeah, there's a difference.
I think a radical point on that would be that there was shooting in that was Korea, I think, where two people
for that one,
found out that they are in rival clans and they killed each other, or one killed another one. So that's that's not based on micro transactions and so on.
That's a rarity,
that's
a rarity. Yeah, okay, go on, sorry.
It's like that Japanese couple that starved to death because they were playing video games. That's just stupidity.
But that also happened, for example, to drug addicted. Yeah, they use drugs instead of eating or something like that. So we had a lot of death there too. And what I think is, if you are addicted to something, then or if you know that there's the possibility to that your product could lead to an addiction, and addiction means that you can't use your free will anymore, then selling those products is not correctly. And if the industry picks up mechanisms that are comparable to addictions, then it is wrong, even if it's smoking, even if it's sugar, for example. Yeah, I also think bad about all the food producing companies that use sugar to get the people
get addicted to the products.
It's also kind of addiction, and you could also argument there it's a decision that each people can do. Yes, but you are influenced.
Is a more addictive drug than cocaine because it alters your mind technically.
Sugar, but alcohol is also a hard drug, huh?
Yeah, and
technically by definition,
that is true. Yeah, and we treat those different, and that's something we would have to rethink. But there is a big lobby for sugar, there's a big lobby for alcohol, there's also a big lobby for tobacco, and that's why it was
and there's a big lobby for
so
guns,
long.
Because we have a gun factory in the
but I wouldn't say gun make addictions.
No, but what's America? America.
Murica.
Sorry, no offense.
No, that's fine. That's not offensive. You ain't gonna offend me unless you like blatantly say all Texans are stupid and all this shit, which some of them are. Don't get me wrong, but you know, it depends.
You say I shouldn't be allowed to say the truth.
And if you cannot handle the truth, not our problem.
It's like I said earlier, malicious intent is, it depends. It just does. It's like if somebody made a joke about living in a trailer park. I used to live in a trailer park when I was a kid. I'm not gonna be offended. You can't take everything personally, and that's one of the problems. Everybody's sheltered, and they take everything so personal. If we put everybody out in the middle of nature, you know who's gonna survive? Not them. If it came down to the nitty gritty of life, shit, those people ain't gonna make it.
I think that reflects a lot of comedians I saw lately on Netflix. Netflix has a good a good mix of different cultured comedians, and often that's a running gag or a repeating gag from different people, where they say, okay, everyone likes good comedians, but up to that point when it gets personal. You can't do, or you can do can do jokes about, I don't know, the gay or whatever, unless you hit a topic that affects yourself, and that's something where a lot of comedians lately talk about, that this is wrong in our culture, that we should stop, taking stuff too personal and accept comedians or comedy as what it is, to be a comedy, a joke, and a joke is still good even if it is on a topic that's personal for you.
You've been watching some Dave Chappelle, haven't you?
Yep.
His latest special got so much controversy.
Yep.
And it was great. Fucking look, some jokes made me kind of cringe. I was like, eh. But overall, you know, I got it and it was funny. People can make jokes. It's like people make 9/11 jokes. It's cringy, but sometimes laughter is the best way to heal. It's not. Might not be the best thing, you know, but some people take things differently than you do. You can't always be like, oh, that's wrong.
The best comedy actually is the one where you laugh by heart and your laughter is sticking in your lungs, and because 5 seconds later you actually understand the truth behind it, then when you understand what it actually means, and you choke on your own laughter. That's a healing effect of comedy. That's I don't want kind of jokes about any topic that you simply laugh away. I want the truth to be told, and I want the truth to be told in a funny way that I can choke on. That I have the feeling I learned something afterwards, that I have a different perspective, that we had I don't know if Duki, do you know Till Eulenspiegel?
No, sorry.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I think
Derek, I know from the past. Derek?
No. It's a figure from the Middle Age, but it's a famous thing, and he points a mirror to his audience. Yeah, he shows a mirror to the audience, and that's something I expect from actually good comedy. Yeah, that my personal incompetence is shown to me, so I can laugh about it. I can laugh about myself and have the chance to readjust my views.
That was clever thinking of that person.
Yeah, and comedy should show you a mirror. Comedy should also nowadays. Yeah, that's something that was already known at that place of time.
If you listen to a comedian, then you have to put everything out of your mind. So you have to have a clear mind. If you have always
I like
thoughts about something while it's a laughing matter, when it's for to have a good joke, let it be. And there will be moments in life that you're not feeling well, and alright, now it's waiting on Ian.
Still.
Yeah, still.
I bet I left him this morning, I think at 8 or something like that, and he was still on Arc, and I bet he single played up to 12 or 13.
Oh,
so
yeah, for sure.
so he's sleeping again.